What's up, y'all? It's Kenny from I95 Motorsports. Basically, we're going to take you through a shop tour today. We're going to show you everything we're building. We're going to be really serious about these videos, so you'll be able to follow a car as we're building it, everything we're doing to it as we go. So today will be the first basis of what we're doing to this car, what we're doing to that car, what we're doing to that car, what we're doing to the cars in the back, how those will be coming forward, what we're doing on cars that are here now. Basically, we'll give you an insight to everything. You just basically, in the comments, tell us what you want to see, and we'll show it to you. All right, so basically, we're going to go full head steam on this videos. So we want you to subscribe, we want you to like, we want you to be involved in what we have going on, because it's ultimately for you. I could be working. I don't do a lot of YouTube videos, so I'll start doing them for you to let you know every single thing we have going on. Cars that we're building that went home, to have other motors put. We do a lot of stuff, so we'll show you everything we're doing. All right, so basically I'm going to show you this truck. This is a 99 Tahoe that came in. As people should know, you can't really do gaps on these trucks really well, but we started doing the gaps on it. We got all the gaps good. We basically painted the truck inside out, done the body work on it. Somebody else pulled the motor out of it. All the jams are painted inside. Actually, they took all the handles off, so I don't know how the fuck they've been opening this thing. But all the door handles are off. I'll have to have one of them open it. But those are all the pieces to it. Everybody's shit goes on shelves. We make sure we put everybody's shit on shelves so it isn't all thrown around. This is all the interior out of the burgundy car we're doing. We're finishing up some wiring in it now. Getting ready to put the brakes on that. We got to redo the wheels. It'll have to be tuned. This one came in, it was just a project that needed help. Somebody else built it. We've been basically fixing it. We're still waiting for the new brake calipers to come in. This is how they put the rear end in the car and gave it to them like that. When I pulled it out, that's what it looked like. The brake calipers all leaked, they don't work. So basically we're getting all new brakes for it. We're gonna save the rotors and stuff. What we could save off the brakes, we saved. This one's been, you know, just wiring. We're getting ready to change this. We'll have a new one of these made. Basically redoing the wiring on it. So we've done wiring on it, made the trunk shut, fixed the stereo. The wiring was a nightmare on this car. How people allow cars to go out. I mean, shit, that red car over there is one like that. See, this is all mounted, all nice wiring. Everything's nice all the way across. That's what we did. We fixed it. Pretty much got it to be what to our standards. This one came in for the same thing. Pretty much wiring. They wired the gas tank through the floor. They weren't thinking about stereo or anything. Didn't put a grommet on it. That's their idea of wiring. That's their idea of mounting computers. The AC's too far over. Needs to come this way some. The pedal's crooked. Like a lot. The car just came from being painted. We just put the wheel wells in it and the battery tray in it. And basically we're going to start giving them an estimate on what putting the whole car together is going to be. We've already done the tubs in the back. We're getting ready to do the convertible rack. The chassis is a Roadster Shop chassis. I couldn't mess with the chassis, so I had to put the brakes down to the bottom so I could move the wheel in far enough. So the brakes are down to the bottom so they're out of the way of the frame. Compression wheels. And we'll go through the whole thing. We gotta adjust the whole suspension. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do to it. Another one we're working on, the 75. We're waiting for tail lights for it. Because We went to put tail lights. We went to put LED lights in it. And this is what we end up with. We were trying to put LEDs in this. But the funny thing about this is when you mount the LEDs, you actually screw them in. Well, when you go to screw them in, they break. So this is basically worthless. And this is why we charge what we charge, because we make you replace that. I'm not putting this in a car like that. That's where it belongs, right in the garbage can. This one is a full frame off. We didn't do the matting in it, it was already done. We're trying to save some of the parts that were on the car, like the convertible top was good. The rack was bent from the accident. We got a new rack for it. It's powder coated. Basically we're doing all the wiring, and that has already been done. Carpets in. Right now we're vacuuming the AC. We got it on vacuum. See the gauge staying at 0 for the vacuum. We've had it on there for about 3-4 days now. We like to check the system and make sure. Pulley kit, all the wires hidden, you know, we do everything nice. And we mount all this. This is actually a trigger wire that he's got to mount to the shade firewall. We try to do a nice job as we can. Put all the accessories on, make sure all the bolts are in everything. That's the biggest thing. Like, did you put bolts in everything? So it's a nice car. These are other cars. Cigarette time. A 1950 we're building. I just redid this gap. I made the whole gap on that. I redid this whole trim, this whole edge. Made it back what I wanted it so it would have a nice gap. Like, this thing is stupid. All this has been custom made. The 5 window has been widened. We brought it down, made it as big as the side windows. We were gonna do a full window, but we decided not to. But we custom made the whole bed all around the back. All this is custom made. The running boards are all custom made. See, the truck comes out wide in the front and the back now. So as you can see, we've taken the edge of this and made it flow out, in and out to match the tub in the back and the one in the front. It'll all form together. Kendigit handles. Right now we're getting ready to put the 58 billet hinges on it from a car, because we want to close this whole section in. Modified the hood. We put an air dam in the hood. All that is one piece now. We have a balance for the bottom. Eleanor, we're in the middle of building. We've tubbed it. We've put the whole body kit on it. It's got a whole Detroit speed suspension. It's got a Coyote motor with a supercharger on it. Everything custom done. We put new roof on it, new quarters on it, tubbed it, new floor, new rear valance, all the lighting, and then we put the whole body kit on it. Exhaust pieces, that's next. We're waiting for exhaust stuff. Waiting for steering column. Waiting for a few things on it, and then we can move on to the next. We want to get most of the fab done before we start fucking painting and body working. This is all the interior out of that car. This one just came in. It's a 1973 Caprice. So basically that section in the back we cut out. This is actually what we took out of there. See, rust starts from the back. It starts inside. See, there's no rust there, but there's rust there. That way, if you don't, you have to treat the inside of these after you get done welding them. So this is a car that just came in. It's probably been here maybe 2 weeks. We've already filled all the holes in the side. We've already filled all the holes in the fender. So basically he's just taking a section of the floor out in the back before we get to the section of the floor in the front. We're gonna replace the front fender on this side. We found a bunch of fucked up shit. It's just easier for us to replace the fender with a better fender. It's cheaper for the customer, and the customer ends up with a better product at the end. Yeah, we can make money fixing that, but it's not about money all the time. It's about the product. This is a 1975. This bitch is ready to paint. It'll be going in the booth tonight. This will be what we start on first thing Monday morning. All the lines. It's been blocked and primed, I think like 3 times. Metal and body on this car, he's probably right around 22,000 for the metal work and the body work. But this one we had to fix a bunch of stuff on the frame. A lot of the body mounts broke in the car. As you can see, we dug these out in the back. We cut these out from the back and replaced them from the top, all 4, and then there was, I think, 3 more on the car itself that we fixed. Put new quarters on it, put the new wheel, the inside of the wheel well, we replaced all that. You know, we're not gonna half-ass the car. If you want your car half-assed, don't bring it here. You know, we take pride in what we do. We eat, live, sleep, breathe this shit. So we care about cars. We care about the work that gets done to them. You know, we want them to be around forever. So we treat them as such. We try to do as much as we can, as much as they'll let us do. See, when we remove before we put any filler, we don't have to take the time to do this. We don't. But we pin everything. We're gonna take all the dents out of it and try to make the metal as smooth as possible so there's barely any filler on it. This thing has no filler on it. There's nothing. So that's how we try to go about building a car. You know, just fuck with us. All right, so I'll do an update on Lace's car for you. Basically what I'm doing now is I'm putting the floor in, but all the suspension, right now I'm making room for the exhaust. So basically what I did was, I've cut the floor and I've notched the floor so I have a little more room for the exhaust to come through. Then I'm gonna have to notch the floor right here because I need to get exhaust through there. So basically I've been trying to design an exhaust. Give me 1 second. All right, so basically I gotta notch this floor to get this pipe through. I can get it through, but I want it to go through nice and smooth. And then once I come out of there, I gotta turn like that, come up to the floor, and then from this point, I'll do a piece that goes like this. I'll notch the frame a little bit, pie it, so then this can go all the way around, out, through the bumper. So that's my game plan with that. So I've been basically working on the floor, trying to give myself more room and get ready to tie in that. I don't want to put the transmission mount in yet till I figure out exactly how much room I need on the exhaust, and then I can make a transmission mount that has 2 dips in it, so the exhaust can run through there and have a little bit of room. So that's the update on this car. That's what I'm doing. Couple floor inserts. Got to close some gaps. That's basically what I'm working on. This is what I'm working on. You can see what they're working on. Dave already went home this morning. He was wet sanding the truck hood. So this is the hood for the truck on the other side. That's the hood for, I believe, this car. This car. All right, so a lot of people used to like this car and they thought this car was plated. I used all real gold on this whole car. But this is my car and I've never done anything to it. So I got new rockers for my car. I'm gonna put new rockers in my car. I have a new floor for my car. I have a firewall for my car. I have quarters for my car. I have outer wheel sections. This is where the quarter panel goes on, but I have the intersection so I can fix my intersection. I have those for both sides. I got a lot of work to do on it. I don't have time. My frame is over there. It's already powder coated. I just don't have time, but you see what we're doing. Like, subscribe. So anything, all right. So anything you want to see or you want us to show you, just let us know and we'll show you. Like this still has to get its valve covers. They're coming in. This is Deja Blue. But little, you know, stupid things, the way you put everything on, you know, taking your water squirters and having them chrome plated, putting your rubbers on. So yeah, this is what we do all day, every day. My interior man's sick, so he should be back within the next couple days. But we have the interior to do in this Chevelle, in the Elko. That just came in. We put Dynamat in it, put a retro stereo in it. We put a new carpet in it. Gave it a tune-up. Fixed some rust in the bed. Rhino lined the bed. He wanted a subwoofer, so we put one of the retro sound subwoofers on the floor. That'll be mounted under the seat. And basically, you know, we just work, man. We work on everything. These are all, like, we got some more stuff to do. We got to put the seat belts in and stuff like that. The radio we used, retro sound, you know. It's good stuff. I like everything. So yeah, hit us up, like, subscribe, fuck with us, look at what we do. We'll show you everything we do, how we don't cut corners, and then, you know, when you're out looking at cars, you can see the differences. I'll teach you. I'll break down shit, you know. I have customers ask me all the time, well, how much is the motor swap? Depending on what you want, man. Like, I wish I could give you guys like a set price. But when you do that, you end up causing you and me problems. I'd rather just not do that. I'd rather just give you an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. We're not the best in the world, but we care about what we do. That's the bottom line. It's not always about money. Yes, it takes money to do shit right, but it ain't that much more to do it right than to do it wrong. So fuck with us.